listening to the Power of Inspiration and Awakening Radio with Julia Griffin. To master a higher frequency for new state of mind. Once you walked in a forest of splendor in which everything you did and everything you thought was aligned. It is possible at this time to begin to return to the old knowledge. Intuitive healer and manifestor Julia Griffin is here to talk about this unique time in history when all sentient beings, animals, plants, trees, and the earth are intent on creating this change. The wolves awakened her to the most incredible light, which opened gifts and brought knowledge that she longs to share. You are creators, and you were born to be creators of beauty, possibility, and joy. Join Julia on a journey into a beautiful and magical world where amazing possibilities exist. Let us help open the door. The Power of Inspiration and Awakening with Julia Griffin starts right now.
It looks really beautiful to me, but what do you think, Emily?
All right, we'll leave it alone.
The tree is gorgeous.
Look like antlers, huh? Well, sorry you can't see the mountains behind me today, but we got fog.
It's okay.
Okay.
Hello, everyone. I'm Julia Griffin, and you're listening to the Power of Inspiration and Awakening on Transformation Talk Radio. Stay with us for the next hour and let us help you find a higher vibration and a better place of mind. So my very special guest today, I always love having her here, is Pamala Oslie. Let me tell you about her. She's a consultant, best-selling author, visionary professional, intuitive, medium, and aura expert. Pamela has appeared on ABC, CBS, NBC, The View, Dr. Oz, The Rick Lake Show, the Hallmark's Home Channel. Wow, you have a lot here. Ivanlia, Coast to Coast with George Nuri, Galo with Lisa Garr, and hundreds of other television and radio shows, which are too numerous to list here. She's also been featured in many regional magazines. Pamala has spoken at TEDx Talks. It's a wonderful talk on auras that I heard. The International Forum in New Science, Fortune 500 companies, and many seminars for professionals in the psychology, educational, health fields, and more. She's written the successful and popular books like Colors, Love Colors, Make Your Dreams Come True, Infinite You, I loved Infinite You, and The Truth According to John. She was awarded the Holistic Transformational Leader of the Year Award by the Global Association of Holistic Psychotherapy and Coaching. For nearly 40 years, she's had a very extensive clientele, including many celebrities. She's also had the #1 show for 11 years at a popular Santa Barbara radio station, which broadcast internationally via the internet. Pam is the founder of www.auracolors.com, a site designed to help you create success and fulfillment in every single area of your life. She also developed www.lovecolors.com. The site is designed to help you find love and friendship by matching you with people who have compatible aura colors. That must be interesting.
Oh, yeah. The different aura color personalities have, some of them are really compatible and others are really going to have a rough time in a relationship.
That's fascinating. You have to tell us a little, do you want to tell us a little bit more about that?
Okay. Starting out just with auras, we all radiate off energy, an auric field. And so the way I see it, and a lot of other people see the same things I do, we have lots of different bands of color, and the 1 or 2 bands closest to your body are your life colors. Those don't change in this lifetime. They show your personality, your life theme, why you came to the planet, careers you're going to be drawn to, relationship needs and compatibilities, potential health issues. It's the colors in the outer bands of your aura that change all the time, depending on what's going on with you. So I see 14 different aura colors, and some of them are really compatible like blues and violets usually get along on blues and yellows, but yellows and greens, they're really, yellows are big kids at heart, and greens are the type A personalities that are driven to accomplish and make money, and yellows just want to go play and have fun. So you can see how that could be challenging to be in a relationship. Not impossible, but the reason, Julia, that I discuss the aura colors or have written about them is because it helps people validate who they are. It shows your purpose for coming here. And so when people find out their aura colors, it helps validate who they are, gives them permission to be who they are, and it helps us understand each other and allow each other to be who they are. So instead of people running around going, why can't you be more like me? Why can't you think more like me? You can go, oh, you're a crystal. Okay, I get it. I know what's important to you. Oh, you're a red. Okay, I understand your life purpose here and what's important to you. Then we can get along instead of judging each other. So that's a brief synopsis of that.
That's always a wonderful place to go. I know one time you told me about someone in my life who was a blue, and I said, they just stay at home with their family all the time. They're not going after their purpose. And you said, but Julia, that is their purpose.
Yeah, blues are about love. Yeah, blues are teachers, counselors, nurses. That's all about being in service, helping others. And they really love home and relationships, being in love.
Right. So that's a good example of how we can misunderstand. And now if I have a judgment about that person, well, we'll say as a relative, I think, oh no, they're a blue. They're doing what they're supposed to do.
Yeah.
Which is very different. So from me, to be fair. Okay, so if we go into the auras for people who are just beginning to move into love and light and awakening, they always say, what am I here for? What am I supposed to do? So beginning with their aura color would be a great place to start for those people.
Absolutely. And on my website, auracolors.com, AURA, auracolors.com, there's a free quiz there. So people can take a free quiz. Just make sure you answer honestly who you really believe you are deep inside, not what you think your parents want you to be, or your spouse, or your bosses, or society. If you answer honestly, it will tell you, the quiz will tell you your two main life colors. And then you can go watch the free videos on those colors. You can read all about it. If you want to go deeper, you can go deeper. But my goal is to help people be happy and fulfilled here and living who they truly are. So hopefully, like I said, deep inside, people know who they are. Deep inside, we just get it covered up with shoulds and can'ts and not a good thing, and who you are is not enough. And, we get it all covered up. So this way people can learn to live their true colors.
We'll come back to that, but I wanted to start with this so people can go ahead and access your website before we go any deeper to this, or make a note of it. Because for people who are awakening, it's a wonderful thing to know.
It's really helpful. I've seen people go, oh, no wonder I felt like that my whole life. I thought I was crazy. Oh, no wonder I act that way. Or, I mean, yellows, if they had their way, wouldn't be working at all, right? And so people accuse them being lazy or procrastinators. So if they find yellows like to do either creative work or healing work or physical work, like yoga instructors or gardeners, or once they feel validated in that and are like, yes, that is what you're here to do, then people can come alive again.
I know that you told me that I'm yellow violet, and you just listed all the activities that I like.
Well, yellows have to connect with nature. They need to go outside. Usually yellows like dogs. Usually yellows are either playful, sense of humor, or creative. Yellows can be shy. Some yellows are introverted, and so they just want to stay inside and be creative. But yellows do need to exercise. So every single one of the aura colors, Julie, has a different way of staying balanced and empower. I call it empower and out of power versus positive traits and negative traits.
Right.
Each one of the aura color personalities has a different way of staying balanced. So for example, yellows need nature, they need to exercise, they need to keep a sense of humor, and they have to watch out for addictions, because yellows are the most addictive personalities on the planet. So you've got to get them to go exercise, right? Otherwise yellows they get restless, or they get depressed, or they get antsy. But you can't tell a blue to go exercise, because blues don't like to exercise.
That I know.
Blues, I can get them to go for a walk. Well, I've got blue, yellow, and added violet, so I love going for walks, but that's about it. So,
but we're all different, but it's so helpful to know. It really is.
Yeah, and you violets need to meditate. You guys have to have alone time so you can get your vision connected with your soul, heart and soul, and something higher. So number one on a violet's list is they have to have alone time to meditate. They have to connect with their greater self so they can get guided. Because otherwise, you violets, there's 20 things you guys want to do, and you can get so scattered and lost. You can get confused, don't know which way to go next. But violets are here to do something big. They're here to help shift the consciousness of the planet, or help save the planet, or do causes, or they're also teachers and therapists, or they get involved in the arts, or music, art, writing, media stuff, or they get involved in causes. And some violets, although yellows don't usually like this, other violets can get involved in politics or law, because they're leaders, they're visionaries. You violets see things. You see how fast I'm talking? That's because you have violets. Violets go 150, let's go. I see this big picture, let's go. You get frustrated if you can't get there, and you even get frustrated with humanity because it doesn't see what you see.
I know. I'm learning a lot of tolerance and patience this lifetime. I do want to sum that up by saying that what she's talking about are the colors of the soul and the way you're expressing that soul in this lifetime. And so if you can understand that, you know where to begin or where to go forward. You agree?
It's a helpful guidepost. Well, you know what, Julie, I honestly believe before we came here, we had a plan. We had a theme. We had a mission. We had things that we wanted to experience, people we wanted to see, things we wanted to do. And we left breadcrumbs behind. We left clues just in case we got here and forgot, which is very easy to do. So we left a lot of signs. We left a lot of clues. So it shows up in your aura colors, astrology, numerology, iridology, palmistry. There's all kinds of clues we left behind in case we got lost.
Or even the people who are in your life, both good and bad. Those are good clues too.
Yeah. Yeah, sometimes, but they don't always show you your life purpose.
No, definitely not. Okay, so I want to talk about your perceptions and intuitions about this particular time. It seemed a little intense, and I wondered what you might see in the future or pick up about this time.
Okay, good. So that people know I am a professional psychic and I am a medium. So I talk to the other side, or I get higher consciousness guidance. And so I've been doing that for, like you said, almost 40 years now. And first thing I'm going to say is anybody that's on the planet right now, you are a very adventurous and courageous soul, because you came here at this time on purpose, because we are going through a major shift. Now, a few things. The guidance that I got from the other side. Well, first, let me start with one of the smaller, two of the smaller symbols that I got, and then I'll go to the big one. I was really concerned about the divisiveness that's going on, especially in our country, but all over the world, but especially the US. A lot of divisiveness is like, what is going on? I've never seen it like this before. And they showed me a cell, a single cell.